a degree it was an afterthought, but I thought my afterthought
doesn't
had
matter.
originally occurred about 5 days ago, but then I went away for the weekend, so.
Doesn't matter. Before we start editing this morning, I must show you .com and her 3 babies. She has a little red-headed baby that doesn't show up very well. So there's .com 1, .com 2, .com 3, and .com the mother. These kitties belong to the neighbor of my dear friend in Mohegan Lake, Mary Ramage. I think the world of Mary. And so that's one picture of them. And here's another picture. So here's .com mother and .com children. 1, 2, 3. This comes from the Yorktown system. Thank you, Mary Ramage. Thank you, Mary Ramage, neighbor. Okay, editing began at 5:30. And one of the hardest parts of editing are these RCA tapes that you have to open from the outside and then open them individually and put on the new labels. And we had to buy 50 of them yesterday. 50. There's 20 in each bag over there. So, wasn't that nice last night? The children, that was Young Authors Night. And the children wrote books. And their teachers put them out on tables. And their parents and others came to see them. I thought the children were very imaginative. They will make good salesmen when they grow up filling out an expense account. But they were really, well, it's all God again. You know, God is a great creator. Now thank we all our God with hearts and hands and voices, who wondrous things has gone done, in which the world rejoices, who from our mother's arms hath led us on our way, with countless gifts of love, which still are ours today. Johann Sebastian Bach. You got in that address. You tell him a joke on Friday. I tell him a joke on Friday. I can call him a close, because I know him from 10, 11 years old, you know, so on. Oh, no kidding. Favorite song. Oh, wasn't that one? Remember, don't let anything come between us. Stay together. An adventure is an undertaking in which hazards are to be met and the issue hangs on unforeseen circumstances. I didn't take a picture of the editing last night before it was put away. But I don't know whether I ever did more than this, than was done yesterday. 19 additions. Now, Nasty Natalia and Bully Dixon were the cause of at least 10 of those. And 15 and a half hours. 15 and a half hours is a whole waking day. 16 hours is a waking day. A half an hour was to get up and brush the teeth and get washed and get dressed, but the rest of it was editing. 19 half-hour shows, but it is up to date. And I should have taken a picture of it for you. I am a videographer who is far from perfect. I must do better. Let's set out on the adventure. The lunch is packed. And the jobs to be done, their folders are ready. The bag is ready. So let's load the car, get dressed, and go. What do you think of that, folks? What do you think of that? Nobody protects us. Where is our government on this? It's our government, I guess, who's making it so impossible. Taconic State Parkway. on a parkway and we park on a driveway. Lake Taconic State Park. Town of Glendora. Three or four people have told me how they just like to ride. The camera on the dashboard and just ride. Gets better, you are in Dutchess County. We have just left Columbia County. This is end the injustice. End the injustice. End the injustice. End the cruelty. End the cruelty. End the injustice, end the cruelty. End 40. Pray without ceasing, rejoice without ceasing. Town of Clinton, County of Dutchess, State of New York, United States of America. Continent of North America, Western Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, the universe. How smart God is. Now, cruise control. Let's press increase speed. That's enough. That's enough. Next town is Pleasant Valley. Next town is La Grange. Next town is Beaton. Hopewell Junction. Is it Cortland? East Fishkill. We're late. We're a half an hour late already. We'll be a couple hours late, I think. I sing the mighty power of God that made the mountains rise. James Baird State Park. This is one of the prettiest spots on the Taconic. That is Osner Mountain Road, I think. And then we're going to come to Stormville Mountain. I think that's what we're going across right now. This is where the icicles were so big. Like to put your life into a vehicle like that and just travel? Be a hobo? county seat, Westchester County. Lots of money. Neiman Marcus, carrot cake, $17. Westchester Mall. And traffic jams. That's the Westchester Mall. Very expensive. Tappan Zee Bridge in New England. Tappan Zee is a Dutch word meaning water point. And this is the Cross Westchester. This is all time, money, and gas because of evil Charles F. Dolan. Censoring a chat with Glendora. And Harrison for years. We'll go to a bar in Peekskill and see if we can't get some drunk to sign. Comes from. And we're going to try to find 4 signers and see if we can get Peekskill back that was stolen from us by Cecilia and evil Charles Dolan. This is Route 6, famous Route 202, or famous route in Route 35. This is Cablevision, by the way. Isn't it great? Cablevision Peekskill.
No, wait, I was going to tell you a joke, and I know what joke I told you last time. Wait just a second. Oh, I know. Harry went to the doctor, and the doctor says, Harry, you must not mow the lawn. You're middle-aged, and you could have a heart attack. So Harry went home, and he said, son, will you please mow the lawn? And his son said, yes, Dad, I'll start immediately. That gave Harry a heart attack. All right. You remember?
Now, in the state of New York, we had all kinds of courts, okay? We had municipal courts, and we had surrogate court, and we had Supreme Court, and we had criminal court. We had all these courts, right? So Saul Walker said we had to have a unified court system. So they wrote all these rules. But this unified court system is in effect. And as I said, Saul Walker, the chief judge at the same time, wrote this unified court system before he was arrested by the FBI and tried and sentenced and went to federal prison. That was the chief judge of the state of New York. Now, the federal courts, you would think they would have a unified federal court system. This Seventh Circuit in Chicago is the only circuit, U.S. Court of Appeals, out of 11 circuits that does this. They have this thing called a docketing statement. Why? Why? And if you don't send it in, they say they are going to dismiss your appeal. Well, there's nothing in the Constitution about that. Okay? Nothing in the Constitution about that. Or you'll be charged $100. Now that's outrageous. You know something? I would like to have them try to get away with that on me. I would sue them and I'd demand a jury trial. Well, I let them go with it. I didn't say anything. This is interesting. I asked the pro se clerk in the Seventh Circuit, U.S. Court of Appeals, Chicago, did you know that computers are in the Bible? He says, yes, I heard. Now, I told him that joke that joke last week, and it circulated through the whole department. That's how fast that joke got around. Okay, so we'll send them all this information. This is Memorial Day, Friday. I hope you'll remember Frankie. Franklin F. Buell. Don't you remember that judicial and misconduct and disability complaint I read to you last week about Charles N. Clavert, a United States District Judge in Milwaukee, and the way you do these things, not that they do their job, is to file a judicial misconduct and disability complaint with the chief judge of their circuit. Their circuit is the Seventh Circuit in Chicago. This is the last of the 11 circuits. I tried the Seventh Circuit years ago with St. Louis, Glendora versus Charles F. Dolan, or James L. Dolan, whatever. And they muddled things so badly. Nothing got done. So this is my second try at the Seventh Circuit. Anyhow, I sent the judicial misconduct complaint and the statement of facts. I sent it. And I also sent a copy to Congress, which you're really not supposed to do. You're supposed to keep it confidential. If you do anything bad, they'll tell everybody. But if a judge does something bad, they don't tell anybody. And I sent it to Congress as this. You remember this I read to you. This is interesting. You should never have appointed him. You shouldn't have listened to the public the way you should have listened to Elena Sassower about Wesley 1 year ago. So it's just a matter of tearing this off, taking this one off, and putting a new Cover sheet over it. Judicial misconduct and disability complaint about U.S. District Judge Charles N. Clavert Jr., Milwaukee, pursuant to 28 U.S. Code Section 372, Judicial Reform Act of November 2002 by Glendora to Chief Judge, and so forth. I know Dominique.
Wait a second, did I tell you about Adam talking to Rod?
No, go ahead.
And Adam says, God, how come you made Eve? And God says, well, I thought you were lonesome. And Adam says, well, God, how come you made her so beautiful? And God says, well, so you would like her. And Adam says, well, God, how come you made her so dumb? And God said, so she would like you.
I was afraid it was going to come out something like that. That's probably true for my husband. Okay, good talking to you, Glendora. I'm sure we'll talk again.
Yes.
Just give me a shout.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, Ed.
Ed Cudahy, Buffalo News. Bad news of $40 that I sent to Production Central to dub a chat with Glendora VHS up to expensive Sony DV cam for Screwball QPTV. They never got it. Wrong address. Waiting for it to come back. This is the office of Anthony Scarpino, the surrogate judge, Westchester County.
I know.
Is Anthony there?
No, the judge isn't in today, Glendora.
Yeah, okay.
Can he call you back on Monday or something?
Oh, not Monday. You don't want to...
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, on Tuesday.
No, the only thing I can do is just keep calling until I get him.
Oh, okay. Then I'll tell him you called.
Okay, did I tell you that computers are in the Bible?
Maybe you did, but I forgot the punchline.
Okay. Eve said to Adam, do you want an apple too?
Yeah, I do remember that. That is good.
I have one more for you.
Okay.
Adam is talking to God and he said, why did you make Eve? And God says, I thought you were awesome.
Yeah, right.
And he says, Adam says, well, God, why did you make her so beautiful? And God says, so you would like her. And Adam says, well, God, why did you make her so dumb? And God said, so she would like you.
That's a good one. I'm gonna tell a few people right now as soon as we hang up.
Yeah, I bet you got a list. I got a list.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you got a list.
On Memorial Day Friday, we are trying to keep them from dying in vain. This is a legal paper to Jonathan Nichols, a county judge, County of Columbia, Hudson, New York. And he writes, let me get the front page, that'll be a good place to start. He writes, on April 23rd, 2004, the appellant, that's Glendora, herein filed a document with the court entitled Memorandum of Procedure, notwithstanding the title assigned to the appellants. Something that the document is, in fact, a notice of appeal arising from proceedings held in the Chatham Village Court, Dixon J., on April 13, 2004, which culminated in the dismissal of the action brought by appellant. Glendora says, well, thank you, but no, here is the notice of appeal. That's the notice of appeal filed on April 14th. Now, here's the memorandum of a procedure. Where is it? This is the memorandum of procedure. Right, folks? You remember my reading that to you on TV. Both of those. Memorandum of procedure. They are two distinct papers. Memorandum of procedure. This is page 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let me try to find 5 and 6. Five and 6 is being printed by this trusty Canon copier. What a great machine. The work this poor little machine has done. Must have made 30,000 copies. So far, it's still going. So here's the memorandum of procedure, and on page 7, Glendora says she will take blame for some of the error. Now this Judge Nichols goes on to say that no written judgment or order has been rendered in the Chatham Village Court as to the proceedings held on April 13th, 2004. Well, that's as to this proceeding held on April. There were 2 that night, way too many. And so the ability to bring an appeal is predicated in the first instance. Well, he really doesn't have to go on say all that because it's an error. And Glendora says an appellate court has supervisory and disciplinary power over a lower court. Glendora applies to the appellate court to accelerate George C. Dixon to get his oral order of April 13th on paper. He does not have forever. Glendora's due process is being violated, and the Natalia lawbreakers have damaged Glendora far over $3,000. So the judge goes on to say, consequently, the appeal is dismissed without prejudice. And Glendora says, please propel the lower court to do so until the judgment and the same is entered. In closing, the appellant is reminded that service of a notice of appeal must conform with requirements of Rule 2103 in the Civil Practice Law and Rules. Well, Glendora did this, and this constitutes a decision and order of the court. So a true copy of this application was served upon Preferred Country Properties, James Kleinborn, Chatham Village Court, and Chatham Village at their designated addresses. And it's signed Glendora. Three teenagers asked their mother and father, what do you want for your Three teenagers asked their mother and father, what do you want for a present for your anniversary? And the mother and father said, we want our own telephone. Well, this represents one of the happiest 6 hours that Glendora has ever spent. Inside of this envelope are summonses prepared by Glendora in the United States District Court for the District of Nebraska. Summonses on 38 judges and clerks who betrayed America, who tried to rob you of America. And George McDermott is going to serve these summonses when they arrive. 6 hours work, $24. Print, post, and what else? So it's going to make George McDermott happy too, because he will be serving Marvin Garbus, Legg, L-E-G-G, Bennett, United States District Court, Maryland, who have tried to ruin his life, his estate, his wealth, his property, along with Patricia Connor, Deborah Daniel, in the miserable Fourth Circuit, United States Court of Appeals. So this was 6 happy hours to prepare these summonses. And George will have a couple of hours serving them and then signing the affirmation of service.
I'm tempted to ask you all to come down towards the front, but I'm not going to do it. Hopefully, before we get started, a few more will fill in the gaps.
so much.
You're welcome.
Mailbox. The prepared summonses on 38 judges and clerks who tried to rob you of America. These summonses are going to be served by George McDermott in Washington, D.C. This is Omnibus 19, Glendora versus Richard Sabul, the lead offender in trying to rob you of America. These summonses are going to be served by George McDermott in Washington, D.C. sometime this week. 38 judges and clerks who wronged you and America. And they're just not going to get away with it. Glad we got that on tape. Save America. Folks, the chat with Glendora has taken 3 whole days this week. Wednesday, it took 15.5 hours to edit. 19 editions. There they are. And then, all day Thursday, it took to fight the law-breaking of Charles Dolan and Christine Savarino and Cecilia Masterilli, and go all the way to Harrison and get new signers, and go all the way to Peekskill and get new signers, and then go to the Garrison Court to sue Deborah Eacock, who copped out. And Deborah Eacock, it was extortion by Cablevision. Okay, 3 whole days. And now today, Memorial Day Sunday, is going to take all day to rack them. And another complaint, okay, is QPTV. Right, they did public access tremendous injury in making us go to DV Cam, Sony DV Cam. So I had to write this letter of instructions to this place called Media Central, or Production Central, or whatever. And I have to send them $40. Right? And then I had to send a self-addressed envelope to return Levias VHS. And I had to send a self-addressed envelope with stamps to return, or rather to send the Sony DV Cam to Stephen Williams in Queens. Oh. So you can wrap maybe, I could have wrapped 10 tapes in the time it took me to comply with nasty QPTV. Bad board QPTV, bad Nancy Littlefield, bad borough Queens. You are antithetical to the spirit of public access. What happened when the man crossed his TV set with a microwave oven? He could watch 60 minutes in a quarter. I forgot to videotape it, folks. All those tapes all over the place, and all those lists and all those mailing labels all over the place, and they're all put away now. And the tapes are ready to be served Tuesday. Everything's all neat and tidy now. How many tapes was it? 36. We sent out 36 tapes. We sent one to Kimuri at DC TV. He said he'd help us out, and I said I would help him out. Told him to send me 3 tapes, and I'd try to get him on some New York systems for him, New York TV stations for him, if he'll take care of my tapes on DC TV. Public access in the District of Columbia. So isn't that nice? Everything all put away. You know, God didn't have to give us a moon. You know? He could have just given us the earth. But it's so beautiful. And it's so enjoyable. The omnibus took 52 hours this week and $240, and omnibus 19 took 6 hours and $24, and omnibus 20 took 3 hours and what's that? Let's find it. 2 hours. Omnibus 20 took 3 hours and $3, and Dolan Cablevision took 13 hours and $131, and Natalia took 23 hours and $119. These are all lawbreakers. Christ suffered so much, and he took such disrespect and mockery. And Pilate says, I don't see anything wrong with him. I can't find anything wrong with him. And the jealous Jews wanted to get even and wanted to execute, just the way people today do. Execute. Get even. And Christ did all this to get rid of sin. Sin in the world. And it's still here. 2004 years ago, Christ did this. But it's still here. But it's still the only thing to do. Get rid of the sin. Get rid of the cruelty to animals. And get rid of the injustice in the courts. It's still the only thing to do. Glendora's been fighting the law-breaking of Charles Dolan for 10.5 years and 20 days. It has cost 9,461 hours of life. It has cost $28,468 in money. The record against Dolan is 34,380 pages, 90 volumes, 12 file drawers, 1,145 mailings, and 2,615 Dolan lies we have a record of. It started in November 11th, 1993, when Dolan, in his arrogance and ignorance, took a chat with Glendora off of TV in Nassau County at the bid of the county supervisor and the Department of Consumer Affairs on information and belief. And here are the other fights for rights. Public access in the District of Columbia. Total time, 985 hours, $2,186. Isn't that outrageous? Montana, Omnibus 16, 370 hours, $1,904. Washington State, Omnibus 18, $301, 301 hours, $1,420. Omnibus 19, Nebraska, 251 hours, $1,167. Omnibus 20, Milwaukee, 173 hours, $539. Omnibus 21, Chicago, a new lawsuit, 52 hours, $350. And Nasty Natalia, Bully George Dixon, his wife, who was the clerk of the court, and the village of Chatham, and James Kleinbaum, Nasty Natalia's lawyer for hire, and Chatham Police Department, 246 hours, $799. I forgot to show you that work is being done on Omnibus 22, which is going to be filed in Raleigh, North Carolina. And the lead defendant is Charles N. Clavert, United States District Judge in Milwaukee. And I've written the complaint against him. The next defendants are Heinemann, Amman, and Vega in the Eastern District of New York, Brooklyn, United States District Court. And the other defendants are about 8 judges in the United States Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. And it is moving along very fast. And there is an assistant attorney general as a defendant in that lawsuit. And I should have shown it to you. But this is to the Harrison Court in the case Town Justice Court, Town of Harrison, County of Westchester, State of New York, United States of America, Glendora Plaintiff versus Charles F. Dolan, Cablevision Systems Corporation, James L. Dolan, Mac Budil, Thomas Garga, Charles A. Former, Christine Savarino, Cecilia Mastrelli, really I guess it is, Peggy Anderson, Robert M. Callaghy, Satterley, Stevens, Burke and Burke, Patricia Langoletti, and then Deborah Eacock has been taken out. She's being sued in the Garrison, New York court in the county of Putnam. And this is an application to the court. Jury trial demanded on this case. And it says, could the court please tell Glendora the status of her case? It seems a long time goes by and nothing happens. Look, Memorial Day, it is now, and the case was started on St. Patrick's Day. The longer the delay is, the more injury is heaped by defendants upon the plaintiff. For instance, on May the 27th, 04, Tuesday, Glendora drove 124 miles to Harrison to get 6 new signers to put her show back on TV in Harrison, Port Chester. And then she drove another 50 miles to get 4 new signers in Peekskill to put her show back on TV there. She then had to go to Garrison to sue Eacock in Garrison. The total mileage was 250 miles when gasoline is $2.17 a gallon. Can you imagine that? She did not get home until 11:15 p.m. after setting out at 9:15 a.m. In addition to damages, hours, and dollars, there is woeful damage to her free speech on public access. Defendants have no statutory right to require a local signer, nor to make this a condition to cablecast a chat with Glendora. By federal, state, and municipal law, a chat with Glendora must be returned to TV, as the Supreme Court, County of Westchester, State of New York, ruled in 1996. Glendora is being severely harmed, as is the public, which has a First Amendment right to see the program. Dated Memorial Day 2004, Columbia County, State of New York, yours in truth, and in Amor Patriae, Glendora, without prejudice, Uniform Commercial Code, Volume 1, 207.
That vaporizes and it's making people. honey, already. When you see people, say hi. Okay, and I'm sorry. Yes, I just. And on Memorial Day, I remember George. And well, thank you. That was very kind. And it was kind of you to remember Franklin. Well, he was a nice person, and I always thought that he was so strong, and you were so strong to bring him up to the front every Sunday. You betcha. You bet. Here's this man who has such a hard time getting, and there he is. Yep, there he is. And you along with him. Yes, you bet. And weren't we fortunate to have kind husbands? Yes, weren't we? Weren't we? I see my daughter's husband has moved double lawyer. Oh, I gotta go for it. Okay, I like your other one. Adam was talking to God. And he says, God, why did you make Eve? And God says, I thought you were lonesome. And Adam says, well, God, why did you make her so beautiful? And God said, so you would like her. And Adam says, well, God, why did you make her so dumb? And God said, so she would like you? What's all the fun when it took yesterday?
He's touched the ceiling. He's touched the ceiling. And now he's beginning to stoop over. This is Franklin's face and his mother.
How's it going?
What's wrong with you?
Not too bad.
Isn't it marvelous?
Enjoying the beautiful weather.
You mean yesterday?
Not snow.
Oh, that's true.
Find exactly the right product. Sell millions and make millions. There's our friend Bruce. Franklin and Glendora's friend Bruce.
Mark is repainting the deck.
The deck?
He fixed up the steps, you know, in front of my place where he didn't want Franklin to...
And this is like Mohawks.
What I'm going to do in this photo collage is feature gardens, and I'm going to have aerials of the gardens at Vanderbilt, the gardens at Mohawk, the gardens at Saugerties, and then I'm going to have close-ups of some of the individual flowers.
What a beautiful
But
picture.
that'll be the central picture.
When did you take that picture?
Either a year or so ago, with the state police helicopter.
Oh,
So that's one of those.
that's Mohawk.
That's Lake Mohawk up above New Paltz. This is the aerial of West Point. That come out nice.
Oh, you did. Boy.
And then I'm going to have all features of West Point around it in that photo collage.
Isn't that clear? That's West Point.
Yeah. That would be the Hudson River winding north.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
See the train?
Oh, a train.
This winding
Oh.
winding
It goes
up.
all the way around the point
There's
like
the
that?
end, there's the other end of it.
What point? I mean, what train?
Just goes along the Hudson River.
All
Big
trains?
freight train, yeah.
Oh, a freight train.
Yeah.
Not a passenger train.
No. They don't have passenger trains on the west side. They're on the east side.
Oh, okay. I have to ask Jordan Caniglia.
This is the Taconic Parkway.
Oh, yes.
And
No,
I'm going to have one featuring the Taconic Parkway.
you put it up again.
This is just south of the Interstate 84.
South of Interstate 84.
This project was
This wasn't-
this was a national award-winning section.
Oh, this was?
Yeah,
This
one
was
of,
the one?
one of them.
This wouldn't be where you go into the park, would it?
No, this
The
is
state park?
just south of 84.
Yeah, just south of 84
This
going
is
in.
called Miller Hill Road.
Oh, Miller Hill Road. Oh, yeah, that's just south of Beekman. Mm-hmm. Yep. At Hopewell Junction.
Yeah.
That's Hopewell. That's a beauty. Oh, and that's one of your collages.
Yeah, I'm going to feature the Taconic Parkway. This one you might recognize. That's where you used to live, right up around the corner. This is the Stone Arch Bridge.
Oh, yes! On Route 66.
Yeah.
In Chatham.
Isn't that a nice shot?
Oh, it is. In Chatham.
Yeah. So I'm going to have one featuring this bridge.
That's right where I used to live. You're
Yeah.
right. So you're going to have one featuring that bridge.
Yeah. So
And
this is another national award-winning
Yeah,
project.
this is a national award-winning project. This is great. My neighbor was so upset that you won a national award because they were going to straighten the road, and then somebody said, "Oh, it's history. You can't do it."
This is the Hutchison River Parkway.
Just
And
don't tell. That's down near
this goes-
Rye,
Yeah. This is going north into Connecticut.
north into
And
Connecticut.
this is a stretch that was a national award-winning project. So those three were the ones we won first place out of 9 categories.
Boy, you're
It's never been done in 40 years of that contest.
Hey, this is something to be proud of.
I like it with the curves.
Yes, this is something to be proud of, New York State.
This is a nice one of the Vanderbilt Mansion on Route 9, Hyde Park.
Oh, this is Hyde Park, Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Where is that, on Route 9?
Yeah.
Is it north of FDR?
Yes, because FDR is just south of the village. This is just north of the village.
Oh, that's where all the stone walls are along
Yes,
Route 9.
that's right.
Oh, that's the Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
And Vanderbilt made the money in the railroads?
I believe so.
Isn't that nice? And you're going to have that part of your collage.
Yeah, I'm going to have one featuring houses along the river. This is a neat one.
Boy,
This is called the Suffern Interchange.
oh, yeah.
We're Route 17
Yeah.
and the Thruway and going into New Jersey on 287. So,
Near Middletown?
oh no, this is down near Suffern.
Oh, okay. Suffern's way.
Yeah, but this is a project that they redid this whole interchange.
They redid it?
Yeah, if you go this way, this would go on towards the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Oh.
Go this way, you go into New Jersey.
Oh,
Go this way, you go up into the
17, the Catskills.
Yeah,
Go up toward Buffalo?
yeah. But this is the Thruway.
That's, oh, isn't that nice?
It was pretty because the sun just lit that spot lit it.
You certainly are a grand photographer, Bruce Bergstrom. Who got you interested in photography? As a boy?
No, I never took any pictures until I was an adult. And I was named after my Uncle Bruce that died the year I was born, who was a natural photographer. I never knew it. I never knew it.
And you didn't
They
know
didn't
it?
tell me.
You didn't know it?
These are the big ones. And these they're going to frame themselves.
Oh, let me see those just a minute.
This is one I just got done.
Oh, boy!
This is,
Can you put that, stand it up for me, please?
what's that?
Yeah, wait just a second. Just a second. See, this is going the dimensions of the camera. Okay, tell us
what
what
we're
this
looking
is.
at is, this is Route 209, and this is a state police barracks with a helicopter pad. And this is one of the reservoirs in the Catskill Mountains. And we were just the day that I took the pictures of Lake Mohonk, we were flying down, and I remember that they had a memorial service for the 2 policemen were killed at this barracks. Not on duty, they were hit by a truck. And a couple years ago, I'd heard that they'd had a service, and all the helicopters from all over the state and policemen came. So I thought I would give this as an extra copy, give this to the policemen at the barracks.
That's very nice of you.
Isn't that pretty, the way the sun shines on it?
Oh, it is. What
And
town?
then you can see the reservoir.
Yeah. In what town?
Well, just north of this would be Kingston,
Oh,
maybe 2-3 miles.
North of there's Kingston,
Yeah.
okay.
Now this is another one of Lake Mohonk. And this is a, oops. Well, he's stubborn. This is the memorial tower that was built in memory of the original owner that built this hotel.
And what is
This
it?
was-
What hotel is it?
That's Lake Mohonk, the Mohonk Mountain House.
Mo-
Remember the
oh,
garden picture that was taken
Yes, I do.
here?
And this is in the Catskills?
Well, no, this is the Catskills would be
Mohonk
that
Lake.
way. This is just up above New Paltz.
Oh, just
This
above
would be the
Newport,
Shunga Mountains.
before you get to Kingston.
Yeah, see the little gazebos and the stairways with trails all over.
And what's that tower there?
That's called the Albert Smiley Memorial Tower, and it was built in memory of the owner that built this. He was a Quaker.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, he had twin brothers.
Smiley?
Yeah. This is another close-up at West Point. This is called Trophy Point. This is looking north up the river. I took a close-up so you could see some of the names on this very large monument.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
I like this.
Look at the light coming up the river.
Yes, yeah, a lot of interesting things. This one I love. This is an old steam locomotive, and I took this in a setting that everything looks ancient and old. There's nothing modern in the picture. Yet it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
modern day picture.
Yeah. Now, when was this?
This was a couple years ago in October in Port Jervis.
Oh, I remember you telling me about
Yeah.
it in the state
And then
police.
the fellow sold it. And I had that beautiful aerial of it going over the trestle bridge.
Yes, yes, I remember that picture.
Yeah.
Are you giving this to the building?
Well, yeah, all of these.
All of these.
These are copies of them.
These are copies, and they've
except
been
for
given.
these are the originals.
Okay, and
But
they've
all
been.
of these they've already got,
They've already got them.
except for a couple of them.
They must have been pleased.
What do you see this one? This is you love the flag and patriotism.
Yes.
That's a Cold Spring.
Cold Spring
Yeah, and this is the Hudson
On-
River, and this is the Storm King Mountains looking west
on Route 9G.
off of 9G. D. Off of
9D, excuse me.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it is, and this is north of Cold Spring
No, it's right in Cold Spring. You turn
on
and
Route
go.
301.
No, off of 9D. When you're coming through Cold Spring, you take a right turn going south, and you go right down to the river. And this
Oh
is right
yes,
at the end of the
I know
road.
where that intersection is.
See the little park.
Yes, and I almost.
But that
wrote-
was the conditions were so perfect that day.
Oh, perfect. And what's the mountain?
Well, that's the Storm King Mountain.
Is
Just
that
right a little south of here would be West Point.
And
This
it-
is 218 that goes over that mountain.
okay? And that's on the east side of the river. Now, is that the mountain through which the road goes?
Well, there's a road that goes right along right up here.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's the Storm King Highway.
But 9D goes through a mountain.
No, that's on this side. That's looking west. All you do, if you come back up the hill
Oh,
to
okay.
9D, and then you go maybe two miles, that's where the tunnel is on 9D.
Yeah, okay.
But that's looking west.
And that intersection you spoke of, 9D and Route, what is it? They come together and they don't tell you which way 9D goes.
Yeah.
And I was going to write to your Department of
Yeah.
Transportation about that. And a policeman stopped me because
Huh.
he thought I was drunk or something.
Well,
But I couldn't find out where 9D was going.
now remember that picture I showed you, the aerial of the police barracks on 209?
Yes,
And the
uh-huh.
reservoir off in the distance?
Yes, that's the
the
reservoir.
reservoir.
Oh, how lovely.
Isn't this pretty with the dark shade?
Yeah, how did you get up there? This is a helicopter?
yeah,
pit?
yeah.
Mhm. State police helicopter.
Pretty sky.
Mm, mm.
I don't like to blow them up this large normally, but they came out okay.
How are they displayed in the building? Framed?
Well, the building isn't open yet.
Oh.
There's going to be a grand opening. The governor's going to be there and everything.
Oh, really?
This is part of the Hutchison Parkway, and two photogenic ducks paddled through.
And this would
That's
be
one
in
of the
Rye?
that's going towards Connecticut on Hutchison River
Oh,
Parkway.
in the same location.
Yeah, this is part of that national award-winning project.
And the
This is
ducks-
one of the pictures that was used to win the award.
Look how the ducks show up here on the LED. Look.
Quack, quack. They were very, I didn't even see them, and as I was getting ready to take the picture, they swam into it. So I had to wait, but they were swimming fast. I almost missed them.
Well, you have to have a good camera to get that. A very good camera to get that.
This thing keeps going down. This is a neat one. This is in Rhinecliff, and one of the Amtrak trains was passing through on a real windy day.
How nice. In
Look at
Rhinecliff.
the white caps on the river.
Yeah.
It was very windy and cold.
In Rhinecliff.
Yep, this is the Rhinecliff Railroad Station. Just back there.
Oh,
Nice with the flag blowing.
yeah. How
But you
nice.
rarely
What a
see
nice railroad
You rarely
station.
see the river that rough.
Oh, is that right? Now, are we looking, is the train going north?
South, and that's the Catskills off in the distance. The
Oh.
station is just out of sight.
Your photography is splendid.
This is another one of West Point. I just did a little close-up picture of it.
Think of all the famous people who
Yeah.
went there.
Well, that's a George Washington monument. That's an Eisenhower monument. And this is the Cadet Chapel, which is very, very beautiful. This is all the classrooms where they go to school. It's a pretty place.
Is that a baseball field?
Yeah, soccer, baseball. That's a parade ground.
Look at
This
this one.
is neat. This is an old bridge that was turned into a pedestrian and bikeway.
Huh.
And it goes through the northern part of Westchester County.
What town?
It's over the Croton River. So
Is it Golden's Bridge?
but
Or?
that bridge wasn't used for anything, so they were able to fix it up so that it could be used just for the pedestrians and bicycles.
Oh my. Over the Croton River.
Yeah.
Is it near Yorktown? Is it near Golden's Bridge? Is it near Lewisboro? Is it near
Well, they're
North
further
Salem?
east. Those are all further east.
Oh, they're all further east.
This is near the Taconic Parkway. When the Taconic,
Oh,
there's two bridges that cross this river on the Taconic, and then just further east is this one, which is off in the distance.
gee, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
Bicycles and
we took an
pedestrians.
aerial of this, and I probably showed it to you, where it's a mirror image of this bridge from the air, with all the fall foliage taken this way.
Oh,
And
That's
this was a third place national award.
it was?
Yeah,
No, you never showed me that.
yeah.
How many national awards have you got?
Well,
4?
The Stuyvesant Falls Bridge was the first place award a few years before that.
Oh,
And then
Where-
there's a project in Newburgh that was a first place national award. That's the Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge from a view that no one sees. The Catskills in the background.
looking west.
Yeah.
And north is to the right.
When
Okay.
we were flying by it, we just hit the right angle where everything came out. They got the boats and the reflections.
Yeah.
Just that one angle was much better than other. Because what we do is we don't stop and hover. We just keep flying
Oh,
and try to get the right angle. You never know until you see the picture.
boy, what a photographer you are to get that.
Isn't that a pretty one?
Oh, it is. And that's the same day that you took the Stuyvesant Falls?
No,
No.
different days. This is one of my real favorites. This is the Bear Mountain Bridge.
Oh, okay.
And that was on a misty, foggy morning. And the only thing in the sun on the whole bridge is the flag. See, this is in shadow.
Yeah.
And then a little later, the sun hit it and it changed it completely.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see all the pretty mist.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
divine.
really like that one.
Oh, yeah, divine
The
intervention.
captain of the State Police Aviation Unit loves that bridge, so I gave him a present of this picture.
Oh, you were nice to do that. This was from the helicopter?
Yeah. No, this is from the ground.
And what were you there, just on your own?
Well, this is the project when I was taking the picture of all the bridges for the Bridge Authority.
Oh!
You know, the Kingston Bridge and this bridge.
Oh. That's a great assignment.
Yeah. But they never expected that.
No. No.
This is a nice one. This is the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. And it was on a day like today where the sun came and went. And finally we got the sun to shine on the bridge just as this power boat came through.
This is from the helicopter,
Yeah.
of course.
In the meantime, we would go around looking for marijuana patches in the fields
Oh.
until the sun came out. First time the sun came out over here and then over here. And this is the only time the sun hit just as that boat came through.
And this is a bridge that goes from Hudson to, where does it go?
Not sure.
It goes from Hudson over...
Catskill, I guess.
No, it goes over, yeah, over to Ulster County.
Yeah,
Hmm. And this is Route 23, I
I
believe.
guess so.
Yes. New York
So
State
that's
Route 23.
That's another one of the...
Is that an award winner too?
No. These are just the ones I did for the Bridge Authority, but I never blew them all up.
I see.
This is a real interesting foggy morning of the Newburgh Beacon Bridge.
Oh,
But all the fog and the mist really made it look like you're stepping back in time.
yeah. Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it does. It looks very different. See, the sun was shining right at me coming like the sunrise.
You take splendid pictures. Boy.
And then this one I'll bet you know. This is on the overlook just after you get off the Taconic.
Oh, it is?
Remember the pond
Yeah.
next to the people's house?
Yes. It's all grown up now. You can't see it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is good you've got that. Oh, this is very good. This is on Route 203.
Just
Yes.
as you come into Chatham.
Yeah. Yes, or go out of it. It looks like we are coming into
There's
Chatham
the
there
little
because
edge
that's...
of the Taconic Parkway off in the distance.
Oh. Isn't that something?
Yeah, I love that morning. It was so pretty.
And I know the people who own that house. Their name is Thorne.
See all the layers of mist, and you can even see a little of the sun rays.
Yes. And the Thornes go to the Chatham Methodist Church. Since he was 5 years old. And he must be about 85 now.
This I took early one morning, that same morning that I took the picture of the Newburgh Beacon Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
We were taking off from Stewart Airport, and this is the Air National Guard base.
Oh. Oh.
There you can see the Hudson River was out here when I went to take that other picture. Where all the fog is, that's where the river is, right there.
They don't mind you taking pictures of the air?
Well, the state police, where their office is right here. So
Oh.
as we're taking off, I took this.
Oh, yeah.
They-
You didn't
they-
miss a trick,
Now the
Bruce
now the
Bergstrom.
security is very tight. They may not want you to fly directly over it.
Mm.
But that had kind of another worldly look with the sun and the.
Yes. Look at the sun up there.
Yeah. I had to set the camera so that it could shoot straight into the sun because it's so bright. But I didn't want to lose the impact of the clouds.
I don't know how you think so fast.
There were a lot of things going on, and we were flying.
A lot of things
And
going
I
on.
only had one chance to get it.
That's right. Just as you're taking off.
Yeah, that's the last one. So these are some of the big ones that I sent to them. I also have a gorgeous one that I didn't have an extra copy of a close-up from the river of one of the lighthouses near Kingston.
Oh, really?
But from the river perspective, which I've never seen it photographed from that. Bruce,
where is this building
Which building?
that these pictures are going into?
It's down just off of the, you go down the Taconic Parkway,
Mm-hmm.
and then where Sawmill River Parkway
Yes.
and the Taconic
Meat.
meet,
Mm-hmm.
if you go straight, instead of going onto the Sawmill, you go onto the Sprainbrook Parkway,
Okay.
where the Taconic ends.
Yes.
It turns into, if you go straight.
Yeah, huh?
And then the first exit, Just before the first exit, you see a brand new building being built. That's where all these pictures are going.
This is in Yonkers?
No, no. It's
It's
quite
in-
a bit north of that. 'Cause
Okay, it's
only
in
just-
Elmsford?
It's only just south of where the Sawmill Parkway turns.
Ardsley? Just a minute.
You know where the Sawmill Parkway turns. You know where the Taconic and the Sawmill is.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying
only
to
a
think.
mile past that.
I think that is either.
Hawthorne, I guess you'd call it.
Oh, you think it's Hawthorne?
Well, that's what that used to be,
Okay.
a circle there. They called the Hawthorne Circle.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's Hawthorne.
But anyway, you can see the building because it's right next to the Sprain Parkway.
Yes.
And then there's an exit that can't be more than a mile from where the Sprain and the Sawmill
Wouldn't that be Route 9A?
9A, maybe.
All right, Route 100,
Yeah.
going through
It's off-
Thornwood,
It's off 100. Yeah, it's right
near
next to it.
Valhalla.
Yeah, kind of. So that's where they'll all be.
Oh, this
The
is
building
great.
was supposed to be done in the early spring, but it won't be done probably until the fall.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. And they'll probably... Bruce, last night when I was here at the museum, I could see the lightning from the top of
Wow.
the sky down to the ground.
Wow.
I want to ask you, was I foolish to stay around here then?
Well, you were standing in a piece of metal
Oh, so I was sort of foolish, huh?
where you were. The only good thing is it's on rubber tires.
Oh, yeah, I was on rubber tires. And just as I got the cover on this car, and I kid you not, 15 seconds from this
Rain.
car to the 1993 Link, I heard the rain over there.
Wow.
That's interesting, Bruce. I heard the rain over
Wow.
there, and it was coming this
Comes
way.
fast.
And it was coming this
Yeah.
way, Bruce. And I heard that rain over there just as hard as could
Now-
be. And I got into the 1993 Lincoln with 5 seconds
Wow.
to spare. And then a monsoon came.
I think we may get some blue sky by the time we get over there. I think we may get some blue sky by the time we get over there.
Now, they just repaved this road. Oh, it was awful.
It's in good shape now.
It was like Mark Zayer's driveway. And they just repaved it for us, the town of Ghent. And by the way, that's going to end right up here. There's the state police's.
What a beautiful house.
He's got a beautiful house.
Wow.
But that trooper car is there most of the time.
Maybe he's on the road, you know, because he has a four-wheel drive vehicle. It's not the kind you normally see.
Well, he goes up and down 9/8 a lot. So, usually if you're not using a state police car, it's parked at the barracks.
Well, I don't know the rules, but that's the way, you know, the rules at our office. There were certain people that had cars signed to them, but recently they changed the rule. They used to be able to take them home, so maybe their rules. Look at the sun coming out.
That's all right.
Oh, what a pretty old barn.
Yes.
That's very photogenic.
You want to get it? Oh, you can get it next time? Now you're coming into Stockport. And did you notice this lake down here? Oh, we passed it. We were looking at the trooper's house.
Look at the blue sky. It's coming just at the right time.
Well, it can go very quickly, let me tell you.
I bet.
Now here's Stockport right here.
Oh.
See, this is the end of Ghent. Now this is Stockport. And 100 feet down the road
Now
is...
what do we do?
Bear right. 100 feet down the road, we're coming into Stuyvesant Falls.
This is a nice barn.
This is a nice
country
road.
out here.
Yeah, as long as you don't inhale.
Huh. Keep going left, right?
Right, they're right. Now, Stuyvesant Falls is not to be confused with Stuyvesant.
Yeah.
There's
Stuyvesant Falls is where the bridge is. Isn't it?
Yes, they're two different towns. Now we're into Stuyvesant Falls.
Town of Stuyvesant.
Oh, this is called the town of Stuyvesant?
Township, yeah.
Did it say township?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. You know, the whole area is the town of Stuyvesant. Just like where Stanfordville is in the town of Stanford.
Is it a township?
Yeah.
What's a township and a town? What's the difference?
A township is an area that doesn't necessarily have a village in it.
Oh. But is it a town?
Like Stanford. That's a town or a township. Call it either one.
Oh, okay. The words are interchangeable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Depending on what state you're in.
Look at this beautiful elm. You don't see elms very many. Look at it. You don't see
Twist.
them.
The grains twist in those darn things. When you cut them down and go to split them, they're impossible.
Oh.
There's the twist.
Really? They look like a vase of flowers. Now you're coming to this greenhouse down here, and you're going to turn right, and that's County Route 25. A. And then you're going to come to the one-lane bridge,
Oh.
and this is
I've
the...
never gone back in through these areas. I just came at it from Route 9.
Aren't they nice areas? This is the VFW, God bless them. They have my respect.
Chicken Barbecue, Stuyvesant Falls Fire Company. It's a nice town.
It's a post office. Now this route right here, 25,
Straight?
no, yeah, you're going straight. This route 25 goes out to 9H,
Okay.
where we just came from. There's the post office.
Cute little town.
It's very hard to open the door.
Huh.
Now we come into the one-lane bridge. And the falls.
I didn't have time to look for the aerial picture that I took of this.
Oh, that's
The
what
picture was taken from over there in the afternoon of the bridge with the cascade under it.
And it's of that falls and not of this falls? Oh, I just...
Yeah.
Now
See, it's
hold
pretty
on.
good size. It's right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's really flowing today.
Well, yes. I have something to tell you about that because a native told me that they swim here in the summertime after the falls
Wow.
stops
Yeah.
being so high and hard, and that it's just a trickle. So that's why
You want
we
to go this way?
Yeah, this is falls right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I know.
Now pull up here to this fence, okay?
Well, why do you want to stop now?
I just want to see it. I love to see it. Just pull up here a second. I just can't go by here without looking at it.
Oh, look at it roar.
I just can't go
Boy,
by
that is
with
really ripping.
I can't. Well, it's yesterday's rain. Okay,
the
this
other
is.
one is actually higher than that.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about that. I
believe
don't.
So. If I had the picture, I could show you.
I
Now, is
can,
there another one right here? Another cascade?
no, it's down there.
Yeah, but it looks like it's still going down. Maybe
Oh.
it's just a rapids.
Okay.
Okay, now what? Straight?
Straight to Route 9. And when you get to Route 9, turn left.
No, I guess it's just ponds. Now I can see it. It's been so long since I've been here. But that was the first set of aerials and the first time I ever flew with the state police helicopter.
10 years ago?
About. We were trying to figure what year, but I might have some of the pictures dated.
So as you say, you've got to.
But that was the aerial picture looking down at the building, the old mill building. Straight?
Yeah, you're going. When you get to the stop sign, turn left.
Oh, left?
Unless you want to go that way.
You want to go left?
Yeah, we gotta go left.
Well, then this is much safer, because that's to go right.
I guess that's what they made it that way.
It's
The
too
Department of
sharp a turn to look back.
That's what the Department of Transportation made it that
Well,
way.
it's a dangerous one.
Now that's the Catholic Church, isn't it, Freddie?
Yeah. Now look at that tree over there. That's probably an elm. See the way it twists?
Oh.
Imagine trying to split that.
Oh, really?
Boy, it's been a long time since we've been up here.
Here is my 11:45 Rejoice, and Bruce Bergstrom is going to sing us that song, This Is the Day.
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Isn't that a happy song?
Oh, it is.
Being cooperative.
Here's the
These kind of days are killers for pictures. Slow moving water.
That's 45 miles an hour? This is our picnic
Yeah,
table.
nice one. I took a wide one. Wide angle.
How many did you take? 3?
A couple. I don't know how good they'll be. It's hard to say. Clock.
Okay, there's my 1 p.m. joy. And your 1 p.m. joy. Look at that.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful spot and for the power of your creation and the beauty that surrounds us here in Stuyvesant Falls. We thank you for this time together and for this food. We pray that you'll just guide us and lead us in the things that you want us to do. In your name. Amen.
Amen. And Franklin Fuller Buell is with us. Tomorrow is his birthday. And Bruce came to his birthday in 2003.
I think it's just above the falls, the white sky, just below the dark sky.
The black clouds we have had, day after day after day day after day. And Bruce told me that lightning struck the house where Franklin and I used to live in Stanfordville. You remember that? All the pictures I showed you? And that it would have got Franklin had he been lying in his bed. Folks, what is happening to our weather? What is happening to it? Nothing but rain, 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 rain. What has happened? I turned off the camcorder. Right nearby, there was a huge lightning strike and thunder. And there's a patch of blue. Well, folks, 9 programs were handed in to Chatham TV. It's a pretty big signal. It covers many, many towns. And telling the horrible things that Nasty Natalia has done and bullied George Dixon and his wife, the clerk of the court of which he's a justice, and Chatham Village.